Malcolm?
Of course, all the time, anytime.
All the time, anytime.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Look at you. You got the red headsets on, ready to go. Yeah, I know. Sometimes logging into this system, like the reason why the link didn't come to you so quickly is because I'm in my mom's house. It wouldn't let me send out the thing. I was like, what's going on? It was just
Oh,
dumb. So it took me from when Aaron said, "Hey, where's the link at?" I was already working on that, and
yeah,
all the way until like when I sent it out, and then it finally worked. I was like, perfect, because the app wouldn't work. Like I opened up the app on my computer, and it was just
hmm
like, "Yeah, please try again." I was like, "What the hell's even wrong?" I reset my computer 3 times, still not working. So I was like, "Oh, there's different ways to do this shit." I go
yeah, yeah.
onto the web, and then I put it on just a browser, and it finally worked. And then I was
Oh,
able to
good.
send you guys the thing. So I'm
Yeah.
glad you guys
So,
could join. Real Talk is ready to go.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and good talking to you, Aaron. I love that. I love the fact that you're in Puerto
Talking to you.
Superior. That's a sweet place, man. I love that place. It's so nice. So for Real Talk episode number 6, what's the sizzle today? You did say there was a few good ones out of there. It's like what, pets versus children? Is that what I said?
Children, sure. What the heck? What the heck? Let's do that.
Well, being the man that has no children, I can only speak for fur babies, so, but that's okay. What are we talking about for children? Are we talking about, you know, the fact that parents are allowing them to have whatever identity they want, wherever their imagination takes them? Are we gonna talk about like
I think we should talk
Well, no,
about
that's
your
that's that's a, that's
relationship
a
with
different
your
that's a
pets
different
and your
topic
relationship with
altogether.
your children.
It's a different topic altogether,
relationship
and I
with
think that's a good
pets?
topic that we should broach
Yeah,
because I don't know that it's as simple as children imagining to be something and all of a sudden they magically are. You know what I mean? I don't think it's that simple. I think there's more science behind it than them just wanting to be something and presto they're they're they're
they're a cat
you know
and they need a litter box.
yeah, but no, I mean, glad that you said you only have fur babies, but fur babies are like babies. They do become um um part of the family in every sense of the word, in my opinion. Um, um, and probably even more so than babies, they rely on you for life.
Oh yeah,
To feed them, to house them and make sure they're okay.
this is true.
Um,
There is no pushing them out of the nest. It's just like they get to a point where they have a certain amount of independence, but they always need you. Especially
always,
I
always.
find my boys are more so than even my girl. My girl Nala, she's very independent in terms of dogs, right? She's more
hmm
cat like, we'll say. She's like, when I want to be pet, I'm coming to you. When
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to be pet, I'm like,
Otis is the boy, right?
yeah, Otis is like all over you all the time. He's like, dude, what are we doing
Yeah,
right now?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
From the second that we wake up in the morning, Otis and Archie are just like they're either right beside
You have
me,
three of them?
right. Oh yeah, man.
Okay, okay,
The boys are big boys. The
okay.
Otis is a Pyrenees German Shepherd. Archie is just he's a German Shepherd mix. They're a bit
Otis,
local.
Otis, Nala, and Archie.
You betcha, my man.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
those
no, I only
those
got the
funny
one,
furries. Only the one, yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, no, it's interesting. How old are yours now?
Mine are so Nala's the old girl. So it's
Yeah.
kind of funny in our household that the girl, she's been with us the longest. She's 14 years old, and the boys are much larger dogs. But
hmm
that little filly, she dominates. If she
It's funny how
shrieks
that
at
is, eh?
them, oh
It's funny
yeah,
that, yeah.
she
Because I've
she
seen very large dogs get dominated by like these little kittens, even in a household where they're like afraid to go in a room because the cat's there, because the
yeah,
cat will like
right.
claw at them or something. Like, wow,
Yep.
wow.
Nala gives up 70 something pounds to Otis. Like she's only like 35 at her heaviest.
Yeah,
He's about 105 at his heaviest, and he cowers to her. If she shrieks at him, he's
yeah,
just
yeah,
like, and he's like, "Oh, you don't want me over here? Okay, I'll go over here."
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
if they're like laying on we have a cuddler, so this round sofa. He'll lay on there, and then she'll come up and jump beside him. And if he
Mhm.
gets up, she's like, and then he's just like, "Okay, I'll stay back down,"
Yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah,
he
yeah.
slinks across. So it's pretty funny. She just dominates.
Well, I think the coolest thing with having this dog, like, I mean, there's four of us in the household.
Hmm
But over the years, like, I think we each have a special relationship with the dog, probably even more so than we have with each other. Like, everyone's got
I
their
think
own.
that's the biggest thing between pets and well, I've had a pet and I've had children, still have. And you know what that offers us is
Mhm.
unconditional love. And
Absolutely,
I know when I had my
absolutely.
dog, he was so excited to see me all the time, and we got
hmm
to know each other, and I would talk to him and walk with him, and he loved me no matter what, no matter what, no matter
That's
no
right.
matter what I was wearing, no matter what have you, you know. So I believe our pets and our children,
Yeah.
right? I'm speaking on behalf of a mother, as a mother,
There you go.
unconditional love, unconditional love. And when we have somebody to care for and care about,
hmm
it's good for us. It's good for us.
Oh yeah,
And
it's
I
good
can
for the
Well,
see,
soul.
well,
and I
well.
can
I
100% see
think,
why
to be honest
people
with
right
you,
now are more getting dogs than bringing children into the world. I'm seeing it over and over again with the younger people, and I, I love that people just love whoever they're with, you know. And I
well,
believe
you know,
I
well,
totally
to be
say
honest with you,
what
though,
Alice
too,
says. It's
you're
part of the
absolutely right
family.
there, and I think it's a great way for young people to that are thinking about having children to start is with the dog. It's probably to see how they manage and, love and nurture that dog. It's it's a
hmm
it's a it's a great
It's
gateway.
training
Hey,
wheels.
I
love and
feel,
nurture
yeah,
each other. Love and nurture each other. But I
yeah.
see a lot of people having a lot of care and compassion for their animals.
hmm
I wasn't an animal person as I was growing up, but I did learn about different things like that. And I think honestly, you know, they bring a lot of joy. They bring a lot of joy to you, and
Absolutely.
animals will get you out of the house. Like you said, you have to take them out to go to the bathroom. One thing I do want to say in this moment is if you do have animals, it'd be very, very helpful if you cleaned up after them, because when I go out walking with my grandson, etc., we're walking through dog poop, and I don't
True.
even have a dog.
Yeah.
You know, I clean up after my kids. I'm saying, you know, we should all try to clean it up after ourselves and our animals. That's one thing
Yeah.
that I do see people being careless with their, you know.
With their animals. See, as a 3 dog parent, it makes me cringe when people just like lay the shit and like pee, whatever. It's gonna go into the ground, filter away. It's okay. But man,
That's true.
pick
That's
up
very true.
that shit. Like it drives me nuts. And when I was a kid and I never could get a dog because my mom was like, "You crazy?" That means she was gonna have to take care of the dog because I was not a responsible child. I'll tell you this right now. But I'd
Mhm.
be playing out in the field, and the next thing you know, I slip on something and it's shit. You know what I mean? I was like,
Yeah,
the
that's
field's
that's
for
what I was just
everybody, but
wanting
it
to
just
mention
drives me
because
nuts. What's that?
yeah. Because a lot of people take a lot of care to their own yards and their own property. And I
Yeah,
mean, why do I want someone coming shitting in my yard and I gotta clean it up? Like,
there you go.
no, you know?
No. And it stinks, especially if you step on it. You like break that excrement apart, and then it's just like, oh man. And it's just like,
Okay.
yeah, I don't need that.
Oh yeah, but animals will bring you love. So
Oh,
will kids
all
and
day
so will
long.
human beings.
Hmm
All day
Well,
long.
I think probably more so than humans. I think, and actually I say this a lot, is I think humans could learn from animals in terms of
Oh,
unconditional love,
absolutely we can.
in terms of peace.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They always seem to work things out pretty
Because
quickly. They find
Absolutely.
different ways to be together. My wife has this book, and I wish, like, if I was at home, I would show this book, and it's all sorts of different animals getting together, like unlikely partners, like a lion with a dog, or like
Mm-hmm.
a freaking horse with a cat, and
Mm-hmm.
just weird like combinations like that. It's
Mm-hmm.
pretty interesting, and these all happen like naturally, or where like the human had. I'm not sure how the lion and the dog got together, because I'm like, who has a lion? But
Yeah,
apparently
yeah.
people sometimes have lions because they rescued like a mountain lion or whatever. But mountain lion with a dog, that's like usually like lunch. You know what I mean? It's like lunch hanging out with its predator. But
Mm-hmm.
they're like two peas in a pod. It's just unbelievable. It's pretty sweet. And animals just don't think that way. They're like, oh, you know, they
To be
sometimes their
loved.
instinct kicks in, but in most cases, if like a human brings them together, it's just like, oh, you love this human, I love this human. Okay, let's cool.
Mm-hmm.
We're cool. We're cool. You know what I mean? They get
Yeah, yeah,
together.
yeah.
It's just unbelievable how they
Yeah.
do. They adapt so fast.
So, so very well.
Yeah,
It's
man.
simple, just simplicity, right?
Hmm. They don't complicate things. I mean,
No.
maybe that's the issue with being a human being, right? Because yes, we have all this extra knowledge and things like that, but we tend to overthink things, or we go to a place where we don't necessarily need to. We could just keep it stupid simple and just live with it, just go on,
No, for sure.
just be. And yeah, I agree with you, Alex. It's like, the reason why we ended up getting dogs is not only because I wanted a dog ever since I was young, but it was like training wheels. It was like my training ground. I'm like, oh, I have
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
dogs. If I screw up these dogs, I'm gonna screw up my kids. That was my whole logic behind these things. So far, I'm tweaking my ability to train my dogs and everything like that to hopefully one day maybe I'll birth a human. Well, not me, but my wife. I'm not crazy. I'm a man. I cannot have a child coming out of me. That's weird.
Well, and you see, for me, it's inverse. I had kids first,
Hmm.
and when I felt I was financially stable, in a financially stable place to do so, and had a dog after years later. I think when my daughter was about ever since she was like 3, 4, she had a full court press on for a dog, and one year I think when she turned 6 or 7, I found just I thought let's do it,
Nice.
and this dog's grown to be for myself, and he's probably my best buddy. You know what I mean? He's probably one of the
Yep.
and I'm probably honestly probably closer to this dog than I am to my kids. Yeah, real talk.
Yeah. You know, I love the fact that you said your daughter gave you the full court press,
Oh
because
yeah.
have you guys realized that kids, well, especially since you guys have had kids, right? When they're young, they are the best salespeople on the
Oh, without a doubt.
freaking
Without
planet.
a doubt.
Like
Without a doubt. No, without a doubt.
the
Without a doubt. Hands
the
down, yeah.
meaning of no, like, I
Yeah.
mean, professional salespeople should study children. The
Oh,
psychology
absolutely.
behind children,
100%.
they don't
100%.
care about no. Like, no,
Yeah.
maybe
Gonna,
I'll
yeah.
ask you this way. Can
Yeah.
I have a dog?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
The- the-
How about Daddy, can I have a dog? Like, really,
Yeah.
really, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
subtle. They
Yeah. Yeah.
always think of different ways, like
Yeah. Yeah.
from voice, tonation,
Oh
cadence,
yeah. No, seen it all.
different
Seen it
ways.
all.
Yeah.
And mom might have said no, but we'll try dad. Oh, dad said yes.
Yeah, right. They are
Yeah,
diabolically
yeah,
smart,
yeah.
man.
Or the best I remember when my son tried it. I think he said something, asked mom something, and mom said no, but came to dad and said, "Mom said it's okay as long as you." Oh, I'm not gonna trump mom. So, but, yeah, they're little con artists is what they are.
Oh yeah.
That's
And
right.
like at a young age, it's almost instinctual. It's like, I can can get away with this because they're not gonna talk. Dad's not gonna.
Yeah.
Dad's not gonna veto mom. He's just like, oh yeah, this
No,
is
no.
perfect.
And
Now
it's funny to say that
salespeople
because
learn
I've
that.
always said, you know what, that that personality or that whatever, that tenacity is great in business and in life if you use it appropriately, but not
Right.
against your parents.
I know, but hey, that's the training ground because if you think about it, a parent should be
Oh, for
harder
sure.
than like any
For sure.
stranger
For
that's
sure.
out there because you will like. I can't speak for you guys, but I know you know your kids well enough that they're gonna kind of give you that gear. They're up to something, but I'm not sure.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
they get clever and they figure out they have so many bullets in their gun, so to speak. You know, you remember when we were learning that, like in any sort of sales, you always have to have like a comeback. How do
Mhm.
you how do you overcome this like whatever this objection? They
Mhm.
are
Mhm. Mhm.
facts. They'll
Oh yeah.
either do the guerrilla tactics and then let it suddenly like they'll come out of nowhere. Like my niece is like that. And
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was just like out of nowhere, Uncle Malcolm, where did this come from? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
it's like, boom, can I have this? Sure, have it. What do your parents say? Okay, just to have it.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah. Yeah.
away.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
No,
are
they're tenacious that way.
unbelievable. Oh, look at you, Aaron. You're looking like Darkman X over there with the glasses. Oh, there she is.
Oh yeah. I tell
Nah.
you, this phone, you don't need too much more other than this phone. I get on to things. I don't have a headset. I'm just on my phone. I got here on time, everything. This phone is handy. I don't know. I
Yep.
was thinking about going back to the competition phone, so it'd be handier for me to stay in touch with my partners.
Yep.
But I don't think I'm going to because I think it's a better solid
Um,
unit that I'm working with right now.
what are you using?
Samsung Ultra Notepad 20.
Nice, nice. Yeah. See, I'm a Samsung guy. I think this guy is are you an Apple guy or are you a Android guy?
iPhone.
Actually, you're an iPhone? No.
Yeah.
See? Nah, it's not the same.
No.
Android,
No.
open source, you can do all sorts of stuff. And
Listen,
Apple handcuffed me, it's over. Get that ecosystem going.
I was bullied to switch from my BlackBerry to the iPhone by my kids. I'm not gonna be bullied anymore to get into an Android either.
See, they sold you on something
Yeah.
that is so classic.
Yeah.
They use their technique. So, but
Oh yeah.
BlackBerry was dying, and you know what? It was just like I don't know what was your last BlackBerry, but I had both the Passport and the Priv, and I absolutely love them. I rode those phones until they died, and then I was like, oh, there's no more support. What do I do? So I had to go to the Samsung. I love my quirky keyboard, man. That
Yeah.
Passport was
Yeah.
my favorite. Favorite. Huge screen and a big keyboard. Boom, 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 boom. Type out anything. Everybody's like, why do you like tactile buttons? And I was like, I'm a human being. Everybody likes tactile. They just don't realize it. That's why some of these phones now come with that clicking because
Yeah.
it's the HEPA touch or haptic touch is what it's called was
Mm.
developed because we need that sensation of clicking. There's something
Oh no, for sure.
satisfying about
No, for
clicking a
sure. It's the
button,
same. Yeah, it's the same
right?
idea with the VLTs, right? Like the with the sounds and everything. Yeah,
Yep.
that's why. Yeah, the sound
Oh,
it just keeps people
yeah,
on it, so to speak.
hearing
Engaged.
money going through or hearing those sounds of the,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
man, yep. I remember reading about
Speaking of that topic, speaking
yeah,
of
yeah,
that topic, raining money,
hmm
raining money.
yeah,
You
money,
guys in
yeah.
for raining money? Awesome.
I,
No, no, not
I'm all.
interested in any money.
Of course. How do we rain this money?
Uh,
What's your idea? You brought that up. You said raining money.
Shopping channel. I spoke about that on our first real talk. What my wishes were.
Oh, you want to be on the shopping channel or you want to own a shopping channel?
My own channel. Our own channel. Our
That'd be
very
kind
own
of cool.
channel.
What do you want to sell?
Everyone's plugged into something. Why not them be plugged into us? We are
Absolutely.
smart. We are knowledgeable.
Mhm.
You guys are so knowledgeable. I've
Oh,
been
think
meaning
nothing.
to listen
I
to
know
your
I don't
Real
get
Talk
too carried away.
episodes that
I'm
I
not
haven't been
that
able to be
knowledgeable.
on yet. Well, I'm just saying we have a lot of wisdom and we have a lot of knowledge in our words and our topics. And I know that we all have different companies that we own and work for and work together for. And yeah, someone's got the keys to the vault, all the passwords.
This is true. I do. Hey, the shopping channel wouldn't be bad. Like, I mean, it's just you have to find some what's your niche kind of thing, right? Especially to compete against the current shopping channels and things like that. But we could take it into the new universe kind of deal and be more of an online thing. Like everything is online. I was been watching
Well,
this
everything's
show.
just exclusive to the people that we're working with in 2023.
That's fair. That's fair. That's something we can do. Discuss and develop and
We're working on it.
figure it out.
I already talked about that on Real Talk episode 1, and I believe Alex has my notes, and I probably have the notes here. So we'll have to
Well, it's
get working
also
on them.
recorded, right? Like, so the rest of the world also has the notes.
No, I
Um,
don't. I do not have your notes.
oh, uh-oh.
Oh, sorry, I thought I sent pictures of them, but I have actual copies here, just
Oh, nice.
ideas. Everything I have is just ideas.
Sweet.
Some of them have worked before in the past. I have envelopes and boxes of different offices here. Some
Mhm.
things have worked really well in the past. Probably my most successful campaign I ever ran. It's been running for about, I don't know, 15 years now. It's called Lemons for Love.
Mhm.
So I'm
You know?
assuming we're done the dog topic then.
Oh,
In
sorry.
terms of sales
We
rep?
can always circle back. It's all good.
No, let's go back. Sorry, we got off topic. See? We got off topic. Sorry. Yeah, we got off topic.
That's all. As long as
No,
it's
actually,
interesting.
Alex, you're 100% right because dogs become such a big part of your family. Everyone has a different relationship with that dog. And the dog's always at home waiting for you. And he's always happy whether you're bringing him food or taking him for a walk. You
Mhm.
get to know their personality. And I love that. It goes to show just how interesting we are as human beings and animals that
Hmm.
we communicate in a different way. They don't have phones or anything. And we just love. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So
So true.
They
you
do
guys
have
both have
they do
dogs.
have
You can go out and walk today. What a
yeah
beautiful blessing.
they do
Mhm.
have an I think like routine from what I gather from our dog.
Mhm.
They're very routine in that way, and it's actually kind of interesting because like my sister-in-law comes every Saturday pretty much at 11:30 because they're my kid's mom. They go for lunch or brunch, and Zebu knows us, and so he's always waiting by the door every Saturday at 11:30, for example.
Yep.
He's always like at the door because he knows she's coming. Yeah, she usually has treats, which helps. But, but he knows like I like he knows he just knows it's Saturday and she's coming, so he'll
Yep.
be like he'll be
Waiting.
tasting X. Yeah, it's just so bizarre.
Oh yeah. Well,
Just
they
really
have like a
bizarre.
crazy what's it called, like internal calendar inside their
Yes,
mind. They
yes,
might not
yeah,
know
yeah,
Monday through
yeah,
to Sunday, but they
yeah.
just know,
Oh yeah,
okay, this
yeah.
is gonna
Like
happen at this time.
when it's time to eat, I don't know about your dogs, but when it's time to eat, he knows. Like I don't need like he'll tell you like it's time to eat. He'll go to the pantry and he'll be
Hmm.
like, "Go, motherfucker, get that food out."
Yep. My dogs all lie down when they're ready and hungry. So Otis and they, ever since we've got them, they have like their three separate spots, and they all eat at the same time. So they just go to those spots. Nala not so much because she's
Oh,
the
really?
old
Yeah,
guard. She's like, I'm
you can't,
hungry. I'll get it.
you can't snooze in that house. Like, so what happened? They all eat at the same time every time. They just go.
Yep.
They
Oh
just
yeah.
go. Wow,
And
that's
they just
awesome.
hammer that food down. And the funny
Yeah,
thing is, the boys do it almost out of necessity because
yeah,
they used to like eat each other's food, but they have their own separate bowls. And they
yeah.
now it's come to a point where one bowl is red, one bowl is blue. They look the same, but just the outside rim is different.
And they
But
eat twice. They eat twice a day, or
oh, these guys eat 3 times a day. Nala
really?
eats twice a day because there's no
Yeah,
way. Like she'd be 100 pounds as a little Shiba Inu, so you can't
yeah,
be feeding her that. But they won't even eat out of each other's bowl. They'll drink out of the same water dish because we
yeah.
have different water dishes, but the two bowls, Otis will smell the thing, and for whatever reason, he recognizes this is not mine. And there was a one day I tried to switch it on him just to see. So I did a social experiment. I put it on the thing, the dog switched. So I was like, that's interesting. So then I switched it again on them another day, and then they just kind of sat there and looked at me, and they're like, "What are you trying to pull, Dad? I'm not eating this until you give me the right bowl." And as soon as I switched the bowls back, they just went right back to eating. Yeah.
Do you feed them the same thing twice a day or a different thing, or
We
like
feed
different
them three
dry?
times a day, and it's all dry kibble. We were
Oh, dry kibble?
contemplating the raw food diet, but with Otis, that would be quite the endeavor. Those patties are not cheap,
Yeah.
right? So
See,
it's pretty
yeah, see,
crazy.
and that's where, like, I don't know, back in the day, dogs just ate human food. You know what I mean? Like whatever humans cooked up, that's what, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
they get it. But now it's like a big no. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I guess that's marketing for you. But when we first got Zebu, I mean, I had a dog when I was really small. I didn't know much about dogs, but I didn't know much about dogs, I guess, when we got them in terms of what they eat, or
Mm-hmm.
what, you should be feeding them. So I had no problem feeding them like table scraps, which again was a big no. So
Yeah.
uh, I guess so once you got a taste of that smack, it like was, and, and that was the mindset too, right? Because um, as a human being, like I can imagine the same thing day in and day out. But
Mm-hmm.
dogs really, if you
They
train them
don't
that way,
care.
they're fine with it apparently. But
Mm-hmm.
no, I started give him 3 different meals a day, and he's a bit of a princess now. So
See, you created a monster. This is like,
like,
what's this?
yeah, get the shit out of here. Give me something different. Come on.
Yeah, where is it? Cook me something. What the hell?
Where's the
Your
filet
eating
mignon?
buddy, eating
Yeah,
buddy,
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, he has become kind of my eating buddy in that way.
There you
right
go.
on,
Probably
And
right on.
Anders and
and right now
weights
in the house
underneath
full
the
of
thing.
vegans, him and I are the only meat eaters.
Oh, for real? Your whole
For
family's
real.
vegan?
Yeah,
That's amazingly
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah. They weren't always, but they all turned.
Really? How come?
When
What made them
when I,
decide that?
well, that's a kind of funny story in itself. But my daughter actually was the one that started at 7 years old again. In school, they had a book reader that came out that had a story about how animals are killed in order for us to eat,
Hmm.
and kind of like Dad,
Yep.
she just hates anything being killed, right?
Right.
Like, or she just, you know, except unlike Dad, I get that, in order for us to live, something needs to die. You know what I mean? Like
It's
it's
true.
but it's kind of weird in that way, and I feel like a bit of a hypocrite because and it does kind of creep me out sometimes because when I think about it in that way, but I've been eating meat all my life. It's kind of hard to switch. I have tried,
Hmm.
and I think I lasted a couple hours, but
I
it's
need that
yeah,
bacon. Mm.
yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, real story though, it's kind of as a dog sometimes comes for his back scratches or whatever, and you feel the hind leg. It does kind of creep me out when I'm eating chicken sometimes, like a drumstick or thigh.
Yeah.
It's kind of like reminds me like like it just plays with their mind sometimes. It's just kind of like
Oh, for
but
sure.
yet I know the dog wouldn't think twice about and still doesn't think twice about eating meat. I know I do from time to time just because I think as I get um I don't know, it just plays with your head sometimes.
Yeah.
And I know, like, I don't know if anyone's ever been to a farm and seen like meat, cow being,
I
bled
have.
out and all this other stuff, and because my mom used to go to a farm and her friend would split half a cow, and I think
Hmm.
that took me off meat for about a year.
Really?
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah, no, no, don't get me wrong. You cook that thing and prepare it and put it in front of me, I'll eat the shit out of it. But sometimes for me to prepare it, that's a
Hmm.
different story.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And Aaron, are you like, I've never asked you, but like, are you a meatitarian? Like, are you a vegetarian? Are you vegan? What do you like?
Oh, I like pretty much all food. There was a time in my life where I did get same as Alex, very much I'm very much similar as Alex. I'm a cook, so I can prepare all this food, but if I'm preparing it, I have a hard time eating it sometimes.
Oh,
So I eat a good variety of all different things.
Mhm.
But I do believe, you know, buying from farmer, buying from the farm closer, that kind of thing. I have a better,
Like
I can
local.
prepare and enjoy it, you know?
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, I like
See,
all foods. I like
mhm.
all food.
So
The
Yeah,
you,
fresher, the better.
here's where again not having a dog till later in life and give him a variety of food. Like I used to give him like chicken, ribs, up until I saw
nice.
he could just shatter those bones. I was like, what? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So yeah, that's what that was done with. But yeah, no, they're definitely recommend dogs for everyone.
Oh, absolutely. And not to dig too deep into this veganism thing, like I get that people will believe that they're not harming animals in the production of this kind of food. But it's almost like, actually it's not almost, it's exactly like the car industry transferring to electric. People have to
Hmm.
realize there is a cause and effect to going from meat to vegetables. Because, for example, people don't realize how many bees we destroy. Like we kill bee colonies to get you those avocados, right? Because they
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
fully transport a full on hive. And then that's not the only case. Like, for example, when you're looking at, say, something like tofu, and tofu is made in a field. And when these farmers are plowing these fields, they are decapitating all the little animals that are in there because some of them are smart enough that they'll go straight subterranean. But when you're tending to the field and everything like that, and granted, this happens in any sort of like cultivation of food, like whether you're getting like corn or you're getting wheat and things like that, that the animals are perishing, and they're perishing at a bigger at a quicker rate when you're saying, oh, okay, we have this demand for, say, tofu. So we're
Yeah.
creating this whole entire field, we're planting it. So the planting is not so bad, but then we come and we plow the shit out of this whole entire field. So now we've decapitated a whole bunch of animals.
Mhm.
And then on top of that, when we were deciding, okay, we have to keep insects on top of it. So now we're poisoning everything that's around there just so that
Yeah.
crop is better. So
And and,
technically,
and
we
see
need to
with
just find a balance.
my daughter
Hmm.
when she first turned,
Yeah.
I tried to I tried to chat with her about how really in order for us to live as humans,
Hmm.
something has to die, and even as a vegan, no, because to me, a plant is a living organism. It has to die in order for it to come to your table.
That's
And
right.
and I guess with her, and I get it. Like her thing is um regarding what you were just talking about. How bees and that are you
Are
know
destroyed. We're killing
destroyed in order to pollinize or whatever have you. I
them.
think with her in her case, for example, her thing is more so the blood.
Ah, touche, touche.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's a yeah, and so some of that I get a little bit, and so um um and that's where, to be honest, to be straight up, like you know, like, I'm a big tough guy, but yeah, no, I
Hmm.
get a little squeamish when I see blood sometimes too, and I always have been. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'll
Fair
search
enough.
room. Yeah,
Yeah.
like yeah, no, and hence why I knew at a very early age I'll never be a doctor. I
Right.
just can't stand blood. I just it's not that I won't faint, but I just can't do it.
Yeah, yeah. It's not your favorite thing. I feel
Not
you.
my favorite thing. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Of
Oh yeah, I'm still that guy that I can't look when that's where I can't watch TV, bam bam bam, people getting blown up and blood and guts all over the place. No, not my thing.
No way. Oh
Not at
wow.
all.
I would
Not
have
at all.
thought for sure you would like,
Not at all.
shoot 'em up
No,
kind
not
of
at
guy,
all.
no?
Not at
You
all.
don't like
Please.
none of that,
If
eh?
you go back to our gun show,
Hmm.
I don't know if
Yeah.
you remember when I
Oh
would give
yeah,
guns.
you did mention that. Yeah,
Yeah,
you did. Nice.
yeah,
Hey,
I'll get rid of each and every gun.
this is true. Hey, it would be a better place. I mean, they've proven it. It's possible
Yeah.
in some places, but
May
you just
I
can't
share
do
a
it.
quick story here on this thing about guns? I
Yeah.
recently was in my territory here and I saw one of my nephews showing his mom a picture of this gun he was going to buy, but his play gun. But
Oh,
he's older boy now. He's older boy. He's like 6 foot something.
nice.
First Nation man, boy, going to be man.
Mhm.
I said to him, "Do not give anybody a reason to shoot you.
Right.
Don't. Why would you carry that?" I
Hmm.
said to him, "I literally have been to places where it's even on the news."
Hmm.
So that's exactly what Alex, like what he's alluding to there. Like, and then I was wondering, why do they even want to carry that? It's not it, even if it's pretend or real or whatever. It's a weapon. It's stupid.
Because I think some
So,
people
anyways,
that
I just wanted to mention that.
some people are that impressionable, and that's kind of the problem. And this is the thing that I tell a lot of people that know me. I'd rather my kids watch porn than a lot of the TV shows out there because it's just so violent, and you become desensitized, right? And
Hmm.
it just becomes for some reason a cool thing to carry a gun. Like it's just, you know, like I remember a friend of my nephews used to walk around with the gun strap hold, like this is like his fashion statement. Like this is like, like
Right.
uh, it's like
Is he
why?
American or is he like?
No, well, he
Why would
want to
he
be
do?
American. Yeah, no, he's
Oh,
Canadian. He's Ethiopian, and
oh, is
actually yeah, yeah.
is it
The
Ethiopia like?
irony, what's that?
Yeah. Is
No, you're saying go on.
Ethiopia kind of like no, it can't be. Because like how Somalia and
Yeah,
Sudan,
yeah,
it's pretty war torn, right? Like there's
yeah.
no part of Ethiopia that's kind of like that, or is it? Like excuse
Not
my
that I'm
ignorance.
aware. No, not that I'm aware. But I mean,
Okay,
there's unrest almost anywhere though that you go in the world, you'll find some type of unrest for
this
sure.
is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just
Hey guys,
wondering that just because of the
I gotta
gun.
run. I
Say
gotta run.
what?
Okay. I
Okay.
Okay.
so just quickly, thanks again. Happy Monday, everyone. Say happy hi, Alex. Hello,
Yeah.
Alex. Hi, Malcolm. I
Hello.
just got something on at 9:30, so I just got to run. And thank you so much. And
No
I'll
worries.
talk to you guys later in a couple, whenever,
Yeah, no worries.
very soon.
Cool.
Take
Okay,
care.
sorry, but
No worries.
yeah, animals are a beautiful blessing. If you have one, clean up after them.
Right on. Take care.
Okay,
Later
thanks,
on.
guys.
Bye bye. Awesome. Oh,
Oh
you're
yeah.
still on anyway, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So you were saying no?
Yeah. No. It's yeah. They need to um cool with all the gun propaganda and all the but I
Sensationalized, right?
sensationalize, yeah,
Hmm.
and I'll say I don't know any other society that sensationalizes guns more than North America.
Oh no. I mean, it's in every movie, and the funny thing is, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, the protagonist never gets shot. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
could be shooting sideways and everything like that, and
Yeah.
people see this and they don't even realize that in order to even aim a gun, like me personally, I'm fascinated by the physics of the whole
Yeah.
entire thing. I have not shot a handgun or
No,
anything
me
like
neither.
that
Yeah,
before.
no, zero desire to do so. Like, I mean, people that I know that have, this is quite the rush.
Hmm.
Uh, I want to rush. Well, I'd rather have that sexual rush than a gun rush.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah, but that's crazy. I know it's funny, and again, going back to dogs, I can't remember what movie that was, but I remember seeing a movie about a movie being made, and so if you were in a theater watching this movie,
Hmm.
um, and all through the movie, people are getting shot and killed left, right, and center, all G. Near the end of the movie, a dog gets killed, everyone just gets up and leaves.
Oh, really?
That's where they draw the line.
Yep. It ain't right.
No, no, you know what I mean? How
Yep.
dare they hurt an animal? Which, yeah,
A
and of
loss
all
of
things,
human
not just an
life,
animal, a
nothing.
dog. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Had it been a cow, maybe they would have kept, hey, let's keep the thing
Keep
growing.
on
But
watching, right?
yeah, when it was a dog, and so that was like, no, that was it.
See, that's kind of interesting, the psychology behind that, right?
Well, again, the
That's amazing.
desensitization of, human and human
Human death.
violence or humans getting killed by guns,
This
whatever.
is
So
true.
it's just, yeah, it's just, it happens. But how dare they kill a dog?
Yeah. It's just like that's drawing it too far.
Yeah,
You've
yeah,
gone too far. No, we're
yeah.
done. That is messed up. I wonder what movie that was because
Yeah, it
that
drives me. Yeah,
that's very
I'll
interesting.
try and Google and see if I can think if it'll come up. But
Hmm.
yeah, it was like a movie about a movie director or filmmaker. You know what I mean?
Right.
And this film was about that, like the violence, and that was the whole point of the thing was people so desensitized by gun violence
Right.
with humans,
Hmm.
it doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
this the dog that it's in a different light.
Yeah. It's just like that draws the line. Nope. And
Yeah,
even if people don't even have pets, they have that affinity to dogs. Like, isn't that
yeah,
wild? Like,
yeah.
I guess that's truly why they say dog is man's best friend. Because
Oh, just
it's just, it's almost like we're intrinsically aligned with dogs,
absolutely.
you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
cats to a degree. But like, I mean, cats, cats have their place in terms
yeah,
of they kind of roam. Like when I had cats before I was ever allergic and everything, they kind of just roam around the house. And then when they needed me, like I felt more, I, I felt like a servant to them. It's like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
clean my litter box, feed me. And when I feel like coming to you to lay down and get
yeah.
pets, I will.
It's
The
like
dogs
that.
are
Yeah.
always like, what are we going to do today?
Today, yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah,
they'll just sit and chill. Like, I mean, when I'm working at my desk or anything like that, they kind of encourage me. They'll nudge me or they'll jump up on the thing and say, hey, it's time. Let's go. Take a break. It's
yeah,
time. Look at him chilling. He's just like, what are you doing, Dad? I'm waiting for you right here.
yeah.
When you move, I move.
Yeah. Oh, they're
Yeah,
awesome.
they are. They are. They're like, it's almost like they're an extension of us in a way
Yeah,
because
no,
they're
for
just
sure.
like right there.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
100%. No, I mean, yeah, it's like when I go away, it's it's excited to come back home to, and he's equally as excited too. So it's been such a blessing.
Oh, absolutely.
Really.
Like I know, like when I'm getting home, like I get home later today, back to Calgary and everything, and it's classic because I know although they're well taken care of, they're
Hmm.
gonna be like, it's mom and dad. Whoa, let's
Yeah,
go
yeah, yeah,
somewhere. I haven't smelt you in forever. Oh
yeah.
my
Yeah,
God.
I know, right? I
Yeah.
know. I know. Like honestly, I wish I would have filmed it when I came back from Africa because there I was gone like 2 months, and so yeah, he
Mm.
went nuts. Like I've never seen, like peeing all over the place, and it was just like
As long as he doesn't pee on you, he's like, oh yeah,
yeah,
I'm keeping you.
yeah, yeah. No,
That lit.
yeah, it was fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
But so you guys are heading back tonight?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
okay.
be back there. I think the flight's at 6. No, yeah,
Six.
the
Okay,
flight is at 6 here, so then I'll arrive like 6:10 over there or something like
okay,
that, just
okay,
because of
okay,
that time
okay.
change. So it'll
Yeah.
be pretty sweet. Yeah.
Also,
I
cost me more to drive back than to fly there.
no, well, it was a quick stint because, like I said, it was more to memorialize my father-in-law and just kind of take a trip down memory lane kind of thing.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
So
yeah,
that's what that was all about. So we kind of wanted to be like in and out and then come back. And it was just more cost effective to fly and have a sitter for the dogs in the house than to like, you
yeah,
know, pack up everybody, drive all the way out here and only to drive back. It's
yeah,
tough.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
during
Well, no, to
Christmas,
be honest with you, it doesn't make sense to drive these days. Like not with flights the way they are.
mhm.
Just doesn't make sense.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
I mean, unless you need a vehicle to get around on the other end, which is always kind of a nice thing, but Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I feel you. Like it's it's sometimes just so much more smooth to like just fly, get here. It I mean, it's not like we're going to a third world country. We're going within our own country, so it's just so fast,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And yeah, like barring that our flight is like delayed, I should be home right at my door in like 30 minutes from when I land. So that's pretty sweet.
Nice, nice, nice,
Yeah,
nice,
we live way too close to the airport, but we're not in the flight path, which is nice.
nice.
So
Yeah.
we don't hear any of the planes
Oh,
overhead or anything
bonus,
like that. It's wicked. It is.
bonus, bonus.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Awesome. Well, buddy, I'm gonna go take my cough syrup.
No worries. Get yourself well, and
Yeah.
then you and I should talk tomorrow or later on today or tomorrow,
Okay.
and about some ANS stuff. So it's
Okay.
gonna be
Sounds
sweet.
good. Sounds
Wicked.
good, buddy. Sounds
Right
good.
on.
All right.
Everybody,
sleep then.
remember, like and subscribe.
Yes.
This is the real talk.
Amen.
Amen.
Next
Later,
week.
brother.
Till next time.
You got it, brother. Take care.
Right.
Bye.